So what we're going to be doing is looking at these two shapes. They tell us that pentagon HIJKL translated right and up to obtain this one. Now the difference between what we've been dealing with is we don't have any apostrophes. Everything's given its own letter. So you have to pay really close attention. This would be my pre-image because they told me that it was translated to this image. So we have our starting figure. It went right and up. We don't know how far right and how far up, but we can see that that's how it shifted. So the best way to keep track of the corresponding parts of two different images is to color code them. So what we're going to do is color code the letters based on where they are in each shape. So if I say that the H is here, which letter on the image corresponds and is in the same location as the H? R. And it's pretty obvious to see this because they're both in the top left corner. I is yellow. What letter on this? Yep, S on this pentagon is also going to be yellow. T is red. What's going to be red on the other pentagon? J. If U is green, what's going to be green on the other one? K. And then that just leaves us with L and V. So the reason the colors matter is because when you're asked to identify corresponding parts, they need to be in the same order as the section of the other image. This is Mrs. Marsh. Sure. Bye. Miley, you need to go see Miss Dickerson. Okay, so we're going to identify the corresponding parts here. So this little symbol right here means congruent to. Yeah. Right, so go ahead and write that in. That's what that means, congruent, the two lines with the squiggly. That means that it's in the same location, same part of the different, two different shapes. So if I look at HL and it goes orange-blue, which letters go orange-blue on this shape?
RV.
RV. So that tells me that this line segment HL corresponds to this line segment RV.
Why do we have to put the line above it?
Because that's a line segment. That's the line segment symbol. Yep. So then if I look here, UV corresponds to what on the other?
KL.
Yep, and you have to say KL because it goes green, blue, green, blue. IJ corresponds to what on the other shape? ST. And TU corresponds to JK.
Just kidding.
Right? So now I know some of you are thinking this would be so easy without the colors, but when you get shapes that have been rotated, reflected, all sorts of crazy things, it's not as easy. So by color coding them, that helps keep it organized. So really quick, angle S corresponds to what angle? I. They're the same color. Angle J corresponds to T. V corresponds to L. And H corresponds to R. Okay, we'll stop right there. We'll pick up here tomorrow.